some reason this won't let me join this in my other video. But as I go to play these, I want you to understand that what is happening is mass famine. And it is intentional. Okay? They are intentionally trying to starve the people, because what's going to happen is when FEMA takes over, they're going to be the only ones that's going to have enough food rations. This is why we've been saying prepare, prepare, prepare. And then the chaos that is coming through Trump's trial and what the verdict has found has already got people stirred up. There's a love-hate relationship with the situation. And so I wanted to, show you these few clips from the Telegram channels that I'm on. And so I wanted to encourage you guys and know that through this stuff as a major distraction, it's also a key part in prophecy in fulfilling, where God said that there's going to be mass famines, pestilences, plagues, and so on and so forth. Okay? And that's what they're talking about with this bird flu. It is a type of pestilence. So as I go to play these, I want you guys to watch this.
Are fighting a massive fire on the southern Illinois farm.
Yeah, and we know that it's been burning since last night as well. Diamond Palmer is joining us live near Mount Vernon with why firefighters have really been having such a hard time in all of this, Diamond.
Yeah, Michelle and Rennie, well, the smell here is a smell that is unforgettable. Fire crews tell us the problem here at Farina Farms is that water is the issue. I want to take a step out of the way and show you some of this, of what we're seeing here. You can see just the haze just behind me. It is still smoldering this morning, almost 12 hours after this fire started. Officials told me this morning that 1 million chickens were on the farm at the time that the fire started. So here's what we know at Farina Farms in Marion County. This is near Ken Moody and Mount Vernon, about an hour and a half south of St. Louis. And the Marion County Sheriff says all of the buildings, or most of them on the farm, are burning, with some structures nearly 300 feet away from where the fire initially started. And this morning, we now know about 20 to 30 fire departments were dispatched to this fire. And so far, the good news is that no people have been injured. But take a look at some of this video that we are getting and showing you on your screen here. Obviously still smoldering, and we can still see some of that smoke. Officials actually say the smoke plume could be seen from different parts of southern Illinois. Again, the big issue here this morning is the water situation. They're telling people to conserve their water so they can make sure that they are still putting out this fire. Again, still smoldering almost 12 hours later, which is a long time for a fire. But when you think about how massive this is, it makes sense. So we are told this morning, just a few hours ago, by officials that there will be firefighters on this scene all day long to make sure that the fire is completely put out. But
this was a disgrace. This was a rigged trial by a conflicted judge who was corrupt. It's a rigged trial, a disgrace. They wouldn't give us a venue change. We were at 5% or 6% in this district, in this area. This was a rigged, disgraceful trial. But the real verdict is going to be November 5th by the people.
My name is Daniel, and I'm back with a quick update that's based on today's news. Trump was found guilty, and he was found guilty on a date that is biblically significant. In my previous post, I went over the calendar for Shavuot and how to go from first fruits of Passover to the first fruits of Shavuot. And I made a parallel, which you can see right here in this chart, to the Last Supper is a parallel to when Moses was given, when the law was given verbally on Mount Sinai in the presence of all the people. That was like a wedding. The people said that they would obey all the law. And that is exactly what happened at the Last Supper, where you had the wine and the bread, which was a marriage proposal. The next day, Moses made an altar, and he sacrificed animals on it. Likewise, with Passover, the next day, Yeshua was our sacrifice. The following day was unleavened bread, and at Shavuot, Moses and the elders went up and they ate and drank in the presence of God. Then, on the day after that, Yeshua rose and ascended into heaven, and Moses goes up into the mount, into the clouds. So that is the parallel between Passover week and Shavuot week. Well, according to the calendar that starts on the full moon, which check out my other videos to understand why that is relevant, I have placed the day of the cross and the day of the altar of Moses to be on 5/30, which is today. So the very day that Yeshua was convicted and found guilty in a sham trial, Trump is convicted and found guilty. Now, I am not supporting Trump. I am not saying that Trump is a messiah or anything like that, because if you've been following this channel, you know that Wonders in Heaven show that it's likely the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse are going to show up before the election on October 9th. Check out this video about Wonders in Heaven to see how the sun, moon, and stars are lined in a way that's directly out of the book of Revelation.